Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Master Sergeant Robert C. Garris III of the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today's ceremony. Thank you all for coming to celebrate the retirement of Sergeant Major Thomas K. Ferrara. We would specifically like to thank all of our VIPs for your attendance and support. Thank you, Colonel Cherry, Sergeant Major Snow, Sergeant Major Neller, and other distinguished guests. Please rise for the entrance of the official party. Today's official party consists of Lieutenant Colonel Brett Ferguson, Commander, Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, and today's honoree, Sergeant Major Thomas K. Ferrara, Chief Instructor, Strength Maintenance Training Battalion. Please remain standing for the playing of the National Anthem, followed by the invocation by Chaplain Woodard.
Please pray with me. Our Father in heaven, we are grateful that we can gather together today to celebrate the example and career of Sergeant Major Ferrara. We are thankful especially for his wife, Stephanie, and for her continued sacrifice and support. We're thankful for Bailey, also for her sacrifice and support of the cause of liberty. We are so thankful for all who sacrifice for the freedoms that are defended and upheld in the Constitution of the United States. And we pray that going forward we will study, understand, and apply and continue to defend and uphold against all enemies, foreign and domestic, our liberties that come from you, that are protected and defended by men and women that are stated in the Constitution. We pray that as Sergeant Major Ferrara goes forward, that he will continue to have your guidance and blessing, and also his family, and that we can continue to carry on the torch that he has held so valiantly. And we offer this prayer in the name of the Lord. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Chaplain Woodard. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for a compilation of messages and well wishes sent in for Sergeant Major Ferrara.
Sergeant Major Ferrara, we've known each other for a while. First as my NCOIC, and now working here at the schoolhouse while I'm retired. I've learned a lot from you. I appreciate the tutelage. I appreciate the mentorship. You've earned your retirement. I'm happy for you and your family. Go enjoy it. Maybe you can grow your hair out. We'll see what happens.
It's been great knowing you. I appreciate working with you. Your enthusiasm is great. I wish you only the best for the future and hope things go good for you. But I got one little problem. I'm not sure about your shoes. I keep looking at them and I'm not sure if they're going to be able to be filled and everything and what size they are. So we better do some checking. And we'll see you down the road.
I just want to take a moment and say it's been a pleasure to serve alongside you, to serve under you, and to see all the great things you've done. You've left a legacy for the Army National Guard and the Army as a whole. From the Marine to Guard program to what you've been doing at the schoolhouse, even from our time together in the Arkansas Recruiting Battalion and other units around the Arkansas National Guard, you really have done a lot You've served in a lot of positions of high responsibility, and you've excelled in them all. So I just want to take a moment and say congratulations on this next chapter, and I wish you and your family nothing but the best, brother. Have a good one.
Oh, hey, hi, Sergeant Major. Just want to tell you congratulations, and I'm so happy for you and your family, and I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors, and really hope you enjoy retirement, because how else are you going to have nice cars?
Sergeant Major, I just want to say congratulations on retirement. It has been an honor to be able to work with you here at SMTV, and I wish you the best of luck in your future.
Hey, Sergeant Major, got a question for you. What do you call a person who wakes up happy on a Monday? Retired. I hope you enjoy what's next. Best wishes and congratulations on a full career. I know you've touched a lot of people, mentoring, influencing, and helping along the way. So continue to learn, have fun, and enjoy what's next.
Well, this is my opportunity to tell Sergeant Major Ferrara what a excellent professional he's been. We appreciate everything he's done for the professional education organization, but across his entire career, how he has touched the lives of different soldiers. I would tell you there's a lot about him people don't know, but most importantly, we are glad that he is able to be a part of our team. So, as he prepares for retirement, we look forward to having him come back and continue to influence those in the recruiting community and those across the Army force.
Just wanted to go ahead and on behalf of myself and my family wish you the best of luck with retirement to you and yours. Welcome to the Cool Guy crew. I also appreciate your tutelage since I've been here working with you as well. So we work a lot of the same courses, the leadership courses together, and your encouragement of my instructing style has been beneficial to my growth here. I also appreciate the opportunity to teach some of those courses with you, and hopefully we get to go ahead and share this classroom again in the future. I appreciate it. Once again, best wishes to you and your family. Godspeed.
I really appreciate your coaching and mentorship for the entire time that we've worked together. It has been a true pleasure. There was many conversations we had professionally when I was on the couch there begging you to try one of my ideas, and at times you would just have to laugh and shake your head, and I believe your response was, wow. A lot of those things did come to fruition. I got it past you, and really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to do those things. Taught me how to have a better eye for detail and to really look at the details and things, and I really appreciate that. And you didn't have to listen to all of our ideas. You knew that you were the Sergeant Major, but you did listen to us, and to me in particular, I really appreciate that. We had a lot of other conversations, NCO to NCO, leader to leader, even father to father. I won't forget that, and it was truly appreciated. It was an honor, Sergeant Major.
Hey, Sergeant Major, I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. I hope you succeed in wherever you decide to end up. Raise Hail, praise Dale. See you.
Hi, congratulations, Sergeant Major. Thank you for all your years of service. I was just remembering finally that MTT we took in Springfield, Illinois, where we ate plates of horseshoes. And if you don't know what a horseshoe is, you got to go to Springfield, Illinois to find out.
Sergeant Major, I wish you the best success in your next adventure. This is not the end. You stay blessed, and we'll see you soon.
I just want to congratulate you on your retirement. It's well deserved. We've served several years in a couple of different locations together. Just want to say good luck in your future endeavors, and I hope the supervisor that you have in your next job will treat you right. Meh.
Oh, hey, Sergeant Major. Mr. Dacus here. Just wanted to thank you for all your time and effort and leadership since you've been here. You've really been a good kind of guide for myself and the other instructors. I really appreciate your patience and leadership, and wish you the best of luck moving forward.
Sergeant Major, I was thinking when I heard about your impending retirement about the pair of us sitting around as a couple of SFCs and the guys that we went to when we started to ask ourselves, hey, we're on the downhill runs of our careers here. We've got it more than half in the bag, and we looked at guys like Jack Raybon and Rodney Rurman, who had retired already. And we'd ask them, how do you know when it's time to retire? I've got my 18 in, or I've got my 20 in, and now I'm just trying to decide whether or not I should stay or whether I should punch out. I remember Jack saying, don't worry about it. When it's time to go, you'll know. And he was right. When it was time for me to go, I knew. There was no question about it. So now there you are, standing in the same spot going, yeah, it's time to go. And I guess everybody's reasons are different. But whatever your reasons are, the thing you've got to do now is let this go. Take that uniform off, hang it in the closet, and you'll get it out every year, and it'll be a little tighter and a little tighter. And then eventually you just take your ribbons off and put them in a shadow box somewhere. But enjoy the next part, the part that comes after this, wherever that takes you. Best of luck, and join the Fat Bearded Guys Club.
First, I want to thank you, young man, because you're not old. I want to thank you for being so kind to me while you was here. Now, I want to get on you. You didn't even tell me you was leaving. I want to beat you up now. But I'm going to pray that you be successful in everything you do when you leave. And I'm going to pray that God continue to bless you. And I thank you, and I love you, and I appreciate you.
Well, Sergeant Major, here we are. Well, I should say here you are. You're definitely meeting something that a lot of us still hope to meet, and also a lot of people who I know at this point already have. But before I really go down that path, I really want to take a moment to let you know that I'm a little bit hurt that you never apologized to me. I used to come into your office and we sit there and we had some amazing conversations, but I just always felt like you never really understood, that your helmet behind you, when you sat at your desk, that had that big old, some people used to say stars were beautiful, but in my mind, not so much. I mean, I really don't take it as disrespect, but I just want to let you know it did bother me a little bit every time I came in there and I had to look at that Dallas star sitting back there and understand that, gosh, this man here who is doing greatness and who has helped so many people just walks down this path for a few months every year and doesn't know how much it hurts my soul. So I just wanted to point that one out and just say, hey, HTTR, always hail to the now commanders, of course. But overall, I just want to tell you, hey, congratulations. Thank you for everything that you've done. And I almost want to thank you as well for what you're going to do, because I know even when you step away that you're still going to be there if I need to give you a call, because you always give a different outlook, a different piece of the pie that sometimes I'm missing, and I'm positive you've done that for a lot of other leaders that are moving up right behind you. I hope the best of luck to you, your family, and hey, enjoy your new vehicle. It's really nice. Good luck to you.
Hey, Sergeant Major, just want to say first of all, congratulations on reaching this milestone in your career. I know you put a lot of time and energy to get here, and it's a huge achievement. Second thing is I'd like to thank you for everything that you've done for the Army National Guard and for the recruiting and retention force. You mean a lot to a lot of different people. And finally, I'd like to say that we all know that this is not the end. This is just a transition for you. So best of luck, Godspeed, and Semper Fi.
Yes, Sergeant Major, it's been great working with you over the years, and one of the things that I think back on is the fact that there's been so many times I've heard we need another instructor in the automation course, and I'm thinking about how, you could have stepped forward because you're one of the few instructors that actually passed that course. There's only 2 ever that passed that, and you were one of them, but then I do remember what you said right afterwards. You didn't ever want to teach that course. But I will tell you, it has been a pleasure working with you over the years, not only as a Sergeant Major, but back when you were an instructor, and been several years together, and I've enjoyed all of them.
I'm certainly going to miss you, and the opportunity to come back, sit on the couch, commiserate about my problems, and learn that at the Academy I will learn formatting, and eventually I will turn in a memo in accordance with 2550 on the first try. In all seriousness, though, I'm extremely happy for you and your family for you to be able to ride off into the sunset and enjoy a well-earned retirement. And I will take forward all the lessons that I've learned and all the opportunities and experiences I've gotten to have to serve with you, and most importantly, to learn from you. So again, congrats on retirement, and I'm I'm sure I will see you around, Sergeant Major.
Sergeant Major, I've been here at SMTB since 2012. Seen a few Sergeant Majors come and go, and I gotta tell you that you're absolutely the best. I really hate to see you go, but I hope you enjoy that retired life. You've earned it, that's for sure. You're a good guy, and I wish you and your family the best. I just hope life treats you well.
Sergeant Major, it has been an honor and a pleasure. Learned a lot from you, have enjoyed your company, and I wish you the best in the future.
A retirement video for you? All right. Well, a few weeks back, you came in one day, you were dressed comfortably in sweats and behind your computer, and I said, so what's up? And you said, well, after a couple of weeks, the wife said, don't I have something else to do? So you said you came into work because basically she was asking you to. And I guess with retirement, you get to spend more of that quality time. Best wishes on retirement, and look forward to seeing you come back.
Oh, the camera's on?
Yes.
Sergeant Major?
Yes.
Well, first time I met the Sergeant Major, really met the Sergeant Major, I had seen him around the office, and at the time we were wearing masks. And he has angry eyes. So the first time I really saw him without his mask, I was in his office, and I said, first thing, Sergeant Major, you're not nearly as angry looking without your mask on. But I have had a great time working with him and enjoyed every minute of it.
I guess they're asking me to talk about you. They want to know the real Sergeant Major. And I told them I know the Sergeant Major way before he became Sergeant Major. And it's a big difference from meeting you in South Carolina when you were recruiting to where you're at today. All I can say is you come a long way. You had some challenges, and we can laugh about all the issues that went down when you came here as a student, when you came here as an instructor. But overall, from where you were to where you're at today, I said you evolved to be one of the foremost upfront leaders. And I don't call a lot of people leaders. Remember, there's a big difference between an E9 and a Sergeant Major. One leads from the front, one, stays behind his desk. And as far as concerned, you're one of the Sergeant Majors that lead from the front, and equal justice across the board.
Okay, I think I'm in frame now. I couldn't tell if you could see me because my hat might be in the way. But most definitely wanted to take the time out to thank you for everything that you have done for me, my family, for the team, for the National Guard throughout your career, through the Marine Corps. Most definitely could not think of a better person to have served my time with as a leadership team, truly fully embodied the term battle. Most definitely one of the most professional individuals I've ever met, regardless of NCO, enlisted warrant officer. I want to thank you for all of their time served. I couldn't have thought of a better place for you to end your career other than the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion. You will always be the first Sergeant Major, my Sergeant Major. I'm so thankful to have you as a friend, as a comrade, as a mentor, and I hope you and your family enjoy this time, and most definitely, job well done. I salute you.
Sergeant Major Ferrara, I remember the day I first met you, and my first thought was, he looks about as hard as his name sounds. And I was wondering, boy, am I in trouble now? Throughout my 30 or 40 years of being involved in the military, I've always been a terror to most Sergeant Majors. And until you got here, I never had a Sergeant Major that was a terror to me. You started out first correcting all our work and reminding me how badly we was doing, and my ego was all up because I thought everything we were doing was just perfect. I found out that there was a Sergeant Major out there who could correct a paper better than most 4-stars that I had met, including their administrative staff. And that most would look at it as a problem, but I was quite impressed with your capability to not only find an error in not only written work, but in the soldiers and CMEs as well, and then provide corrective guidance and not make a person feel like they just got chewed out or put down. amazing skills. I knew at that point in time I'd like to see you again in the near future. But Sergeant Major, you're gonna do well, whether in uniform or out. I know that a lot of people would be interested in seeing you, but to be quite honest with you, I'd love to see you join our team and continue to do well here at the SMTB and pass on some of those skills to others. So Top, good luck. You don't need luck, but again, my best wishes and prayers for a great and wonderful future.
Well, I can't believe where time has gone. It's been 8 months now, and it's been a great journey with you. Getting to know you and finding out that we had some of the similar commonalities within movies and humor that we have. And then the next thing I know, after we're talking and we're getting to know each other, I was like, did we just become best friends?
Yup! You want to go do karate in the garage? Yup!
We did everything together. We did martial arts in the basement. We smashed pumpkins. We shared housing. We took trips together. We did it all. Hey, Sergeant Major, I want to say, my short bit of time here and being able to work with you, you are one impressive senior non-commissioned officer. The dedication you do to this organization, you contributed to the soldiers, to all of us. Your counsel, your mentorship, and your professionalism that you dedicated every day to this organization is just beyond reproach. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you and what you've done, and I wish you and your family the best on all your future endeavors.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Ferguson, Commander, Strength Maintenance Training Battalion.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I would like to recognize and welcome the Pet Command Team, Colonel Cherry, CSM Snow, Army National Guard Senior Enlisted Leader, Sergeant Major Neller, the Ferrara family, wife Stephanie, daughter Bailey, and the mother-in-law Sandy, and all other distinguished guests and family and friends who are joining us here today. It is with great honor and privilege that we gather here today to celebrate the remarkable career of Sergeant Major Thomas Ferrara. As he transitions from, from active duty and into his retirement, today is a momentous occasion filled with mixed emotions, pride and accomplishments, sadness and farewells, and excitement for new beginnings. Sergeant Major Ferrara and his wife have dedicated their lives to the noble cause of serving our country. Throughout his years of service, Sergeant Major Ferrara has exemplified the core values of the military: integrity, honor, loyalty, personal courage, duty, and above all, selfless service. He has faced challenges with courage, led with distinction, and inspired those around him to strive for excellence. As we reflect on Sergeant Major Ferrara's journey, we are reminded of the sacrifices made, the friendships forged, and the countless lives touched by his unwavering commitment to duty. It's been nearly 3 decades since Sergeant Major Ferrara left Concord, New Hampshire, on a course that would not only change his life, but also change many other lives too. He began his journey of service to this country in 1994, when he enlisted in the Marine Corps. He attended Marine Corps boot camp at Parris Island, aka Gilligan's Island. He became qualified as a firefighter, and after serving in the Marine Corps for 4 years, he decided to leave his wayward brothers and sisters. He then took a knee, drank some water, and decided his next challenge needed to be something of more significance. So he decided to join the South Carolina Army National Guard. It wasn't soon after he discovered he had a calling. The calling was a strength maintenance enterprise. Being the strong-willed leader that he is, he accepted that challenge. Sergeant Major Ferrara went on to assess more than 200 soldiers and win the coveted Army National Guard Director's 54 Award, not once, but twice. He served at multiple echelons within the R&R community, from Battalion Ops NCOIC, Course Writer, Policy Developer, Marine Guard Program Manager, Senior Enlisted Advisor to the Army National Guard HRR Enlisted Assessments Branch, and Chief Instructor for SMTB. Sergeant Major Ferrara further diversified himself and was selected as the first sergeant for the Arkansas Army National Guard 61st Civil Support Team, where he successfully led his organization in supporting numerous high-level state and national events, ensuring the safety of our senior leaders, foreign dignitaries, and fellow American citizens. So who is Sergeant Major Ferrara? Sergeant Major Ferrara is a man of many talents, but above all, he's a father, a Marine, a soldier, and a leader among leaders. Sergeant Major Ferrara, your legacy will endure long after your departure. Your leadership, wisdom, and camaraderie will be deeply missed, but the impact of your service will continue to resonate within our ranks. As you and your family embark on this new chapter of your life, know that you leave behind a lasting imprint on the Army National Guard in our hearts. May the years ahead be filled with joy, fulfillment, and well-deserved relaxation. Remember, once a soldier, always a soldier. In our hearts, I stand corrected. You will forever be part of our military family. On behalf of the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, I extend our heartfelt gratitude for your exemplary service and sacrifice. Thank you again for your dedication to duty, selfless devotion, and your unwavering commitment to defending our nation's freedom. Now, if everyone would, please stand and join me in a round of applause for the man of the hour, Sergeant Major Thomas Ferrara, and his 28 years of service. Congratulations, brother.
Attention orders. Sergeant Major Ferrara is awarded the Legion of Merit. It reads, for meritorious achievement and dedicated service, Sergeant Major Thomas K. Ferrara has embarked upon a distinguished career spanning 29 years. Sergeant Major Ferrara's exceptional contributions have been evident in a series of positions of significant importance and responsibility, demonstrating unwavering adherence to the highest standards of military service. Sergeant Major Thomas Ferrara's accomplishments reflect immense credit upon himself, the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, the National Guard Professional Education Center, the Army National Guard, and the United States Army. Signed, Lieutenant General John A. Jensen, Director, Army National Guard. Please be seated. At this time, Sergeant Major Ferrara is presented an Army Heritage painting, The First Muster. It reads, presented to Sergeant Major Thomas K. Ferrara in recognition of dedicated service to the National Guard Bureau. Sergeant Major Ferrara is presented the Peck Signature Award. This award showcases the Professional Education Center Guidon and is personalized with well wishes by members of the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion and Professional Education Center teams. Sergeant Major Ferrara is presented the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion Retirement Gift. This gift was compiled by the Strength Maintenance Training Battalion team in honor of Sergeant Major Ferrara's time at the battalion.
Quick and easy, I say first of all, this is on behalf of all employees here, in your green suiters, and as well as the 79 Tango Title 10 community. We all just want to thank you. A lot of things were already explained through the Colonel's speech, but here when it comes to the badge, just so everybody knows, of course, working this in a straight maintenance field, it all starts and it comes in a circle when it comes to Sergeant Major and what you did in the time you're here, and I really appreciate that because a lot of us are big advocates about making our way around, becoming experienced, understand what's going on. And all that experience brought together brought you back here to us at SMTB now, which when we started, of course, that's SMTC. But that was huge. And it still is huge all the way to this minute, even till you're not done yet, Sergeant Major. July 1st, I got you till that day, the day before. So, even about your point of being, the commandant and putting on the star and becoming the Sergeant Major. But as you'll see, these two things are outside, but in the middle, Sergeant Major, you're the backbone. You're the NCO, you're the spine, you're the one that carried us and kept us going. And a few people during speech said, hey, you always listen to them and you heard us out. That's because you carried us. And I just want to thank you for that. And Sergeant Major, appreciate everything.
The following items are on display in front of the room for viewing after the ceremony. Sergeant Major Ferrara is receiving a certificate of appreciation from the Commander-in-Chief. It reads, for service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America, Thomas K. Ferrara, Sergeant Major, United States Army. I extend my personal gratitude and the sincere appreciation of a grateful nation to you for your patriotic service to our country. Your bravery and dedication in our armed forces help protect your fellow Americans during a critical moment in our history and contributed to a world of greater security and growing prosperity. Your devotion to duty, honor, and country, in keeping with the long traditions of the finest military in the world, embodied the American ideal of selfless service. Our nation owes you an incredible debt. Your commitment and the example you set will inspire future generations to serve with pride and to keep our country secure. You represent the best of our nation, and I join our fellow Americans in saluting your honorable service. I wish you happiness and success in your next chapter. Signed, Joseph R. Biden, Commander-in-Chief. Sergeant Major Ferrara is receiving the Arkansas Capitol Citation. It reads, greetings to all here in witness today. Know that I, John Hurston, Secretary of State of the great state of Arkansas, by the authority of my office and on behalf of our citizens, do proudly recognize the distinguished accomplishments, services, and deeds of Sergeant Major Thomas K. Ferrara, National Professional Education Center. Thank you for 29 years of dedicated and honorable service with the United States Army. And so, according to my duties as Secretary of State, I now present this Capitol Citation to honor these noted contributions made to our country and to the natural state and her people. Congratulations on your retirement. Sergeant Major Ferrara is receiving a certificate of appreciation from the Governor of Arkansas. It reads, congratulations on your retirement. As Governor of Arkansas, it is an honor to applaud your remarkable career in the Arkansas Army National Guard. During your 29 years of honorable service, you have never wavered in your oath to support and defend the United States and protect her from all enemies. Our country is safer because of brave men and women like yourself. On behalf of all Arkansans, thank you. Wishing you all the best. Signed, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Sergeant Major Ferrara is now presented the Certificate of Retirement. It reads, from the Armed Forces of the United States of America, to all who shall see these presents, greetings. This is to certify that Sergeant Major Thomas K. Ferrara, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Army on the 30th day of June, 2024. Signed, General Randy A. George, United States Army, Chief of Staff. Sergeant Major Ferrara is being presented a United States flag in honor of his profound career in the United States Army National Guard. Also on display in the front of the room, Sergeant Major has received letters of appreciation from the Arkansas Secretary of State, John Thurston, and his United States Senator, John Boozman. He has also been awarded a coin for excellence by the Sergeant Major of the Army, Michael R. Weimer. Sergeant Major Ferrara will now be presented a final gift from Lieutenant Colonel Ferguson.
All right, so this is a little bit of a change of pace. So the other day I'm in the office and I'm writing this speech, and I got a random tip. And so we started scouring the internet, and lo and behold, we didn't know this, and he never shared this with us, but I guess Sergeant Major was a member of KISS. So we did this in honor, right, of your final farewell tour. You know, sing along.
Mrs. Ferrara, please come forward. Mrs. Ferrara has presented a certificate of appreciation from the Chief of Staff, United States Army. It reads, "To all who shall see these presents, greetings. This is to certify that Stephanie I. Ferrara, on the occasion of the retirement of your spouse from the United States Army, has earned grateful appreciation for your own unselfish, faithful, and devoted service. Your unfailing support and understanding helped to make possible your spouse's lasting contribution to the nation." Signed, General James C. McConville. Attention orders. Sergeant Major Thomas K. Ferrara, effective 30 June 2024, you are released from active duty and on the date following placed on the retired list. The people of the United States express their thanks and gratitude for your faithful service. Your contributions to the defense of the United States of America are greatly appreciated. On the date placed on the retired list, you are transferred to U.S. Army Reserve Control Group, retired, U.S. Army Reserve Personnel Center, 1600 Spearhead Division, Fort Knox, Kentucky, 40122. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure at this time to introduce to you Sergeant Major Thomas K. Ferrara.
Wow. This is a humbling experience. I've told many of my NCOs or soldiers that I've served with for many years that if you want to see a grown man or woman cry, no matter how tough they were, no matter how many years of service they had, come to the retirement ceremony. It is very moving that everybody would take time out of their schedule to travel distances. That's truly an honor. Just to start off, I'd like to thank Colonel Ferguson for officiating the ceremony, the PEC Command Group, Colonel Cherry, CSM Snow, Mr. Mann for attending, Sergeant Major Neller, and as well as many other distinguished guests from various organizations I've served with. Again, it is a humbling experience. And I was asked by quite a few individuals, where were you going to have your ceremony? Hey, are we using Militia Hall? Where do you want to do this? And, honestly, I found it fitting to host it here at the Arkansas National Guard Museum because where else would an old, now let me correct myself, from the CST, I think we used to talk about, vintage NCO best retire. And so, after almost 30 years of service, a little short, including all my M-Day time, this is where I choose to close it out. As I stand before you today, it's with a mixture of emotions that I bid farewell to the uniform and institution that has been my home for nearly 3 decades. It's been an incredible journey, one filled with challenges, triumphs, and unforgettable memories, as outlined on that video. There were a few things in there that I'm not sure how Eric found it, but I'm going to figure that out. Throughout my career, again, it was Colonel Ferguson alluded to, joined the Marine Corps out of Concord, New Hampshire, and did boot camp down there at Parris Island, served my time in the Marines, and decided to get out. Did what most individuals do, is do their 4 years and get out. Hey, I'm going to take my benefits. I'm going to go on to college, do things like that. And got out the Marine Corps and found myself working for Blockbuster Video. And we all know how that turned out with Blockbuster Video. So fortunately enough, I had a calling because there was a Sergeant Major that was my headquarters Sergeant Major in the Marine Corps, Sergeant Major Dwyer, who basically told me, he said, don't let the 4 years that you served here in the Marines go to waste. Do something. Go back to your home state, join the Guard, do something like that. And he shared that with me as I was doing my out processing. And this is a calling to my marketing people, is back in 1998, 1999, the 1-800-GO-GUARD marketing wasn't working very well. Because when I called it and I put in the state code that I was looking to go to, I'd get an error message. So I had to go about joining the Guard the hard way, and that was giving an R&R NCO a run around a few times. Because after being out of the Marine Corps for about 8-9 months, I decided I missed wearing the uniform. I missed being part of something bigger than myself. And found my way to a storefront in Charleston, South Carolina, located in West Ashley, and called the R&R NCO there, set up an appointment, and wouldn't you know it, I stood that individual up in the first appointment. There was something more pressing. But I followed up, apologized, and found my way back in there with my packet of paperwork that I got out the Marine Corps with, and said, what can you do with this? And it had my ASVAB scores, it had a good physical with picket fences on it, and they were just basically like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to drill? And so I found my way into the Guard through that location. And had my first experience in a unit in Allendale, South Carolina, followed by moving up to Eastover to where on a drill weekend, I saw an E2 tell a captain what he wasn't going to do. And that was an eye-opening experience. It was definitely different coming from the Marine Corps. I was not used to that, but lo and behold, we got that reined in. And fast forward, the R&R NCO that I joined through to the South Carolina Guard gave me a call, talked about openings in recruiting, and he thought I'd be a good fit. And I was like, sure, I'll submit a packet. And fast forward a little bit more, had the opportunity after boarding with the South Carolina Guard to be selected and serve in Charleston, South Carolina, and had my first section chief, Wayne Luther, who he'd be here today if he could be. But we lost him a couple years ago during the pandemic, and never got to witness this day. But he was a great mentor to me, along with others that I served with in the South Carolina Guard, to provide me the opportunities to be successful. Decided to come Title 10 from that because he encouraged me, as well as some of you may be aware of a certain retired Sergeant Major now, Andrew Berger, who had sat in the same seat that I'd sat in with the South Carolina Guard, and he had gone on before me, and he was my class advisor. He was an E6. I was coming through as an E5 way back here in 2000. And so a lot of connections to come to the Title 10 program. And so coming through him, coming Title 10, getting the opportunity to come here to what was at the time Strength Maintenance Training Center, and to serve with individuals that are seated out here before me right now. Retired Sergeant Major Stewart, Sergeant Major Gilligan, Sergeant Major Gitchell, hiding out there in the back. He doesn't like to be in front of any cameras, but Mr. A.J. Scott, it was just a great opportunity to be able to serve here. And this team is second to none. The Professional Education Center is second to none. And just to have the opportunity to come here that first time was very rewarding. Made a decision in and around 2010 to jump back Title 32, and another now retired CSM sitting here decided to give me an opportunity to serve with the Arkansas Army National Guard as an R&R NCO, CSM Bowen. And I wasn't quite sure, he wasn't quite sure, and lo and behold, I think we built quite a friendship, both professionally and personally, over the years. Had the opportunity to serve with him as his operations NCO, as well as being a section chief and a recruiting retention company first sergeant, and just a great opportunity. Arkansas stuck their neck out for a guy that they didn't know anything about. I mean, I had recruiting statistics, but they didn't really know me, knew me from anybody else. I could have gone back to South Carolina, but they offered me the opportunity, spend some time with them, And lo and behold, in and around 2015, 2016, I was on the verge of possibly retiring at that point. Had about my 20 years and thought maybe it's time, and was offered an opportunity to serve with the 61st Civil Support Team, which I see out here is well represented. I see you back there, Colonel Tolliver, maintain a low profile. Major Moss, appreciate you giving me a call to confirm that it was today. So, glad we had that. He saw one of those signs out there, and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm going home to pick up the family." He goes, "That thing's today? It's not even on my calendar." I said, "Well, you RSVP'd." So, no, the Civil Support Team, I see Sergeant Dingus there in the back. I've got some other guys hiding around the corner here. Chief Rhino, and let's see who else is out here. Cookus is hiding around. Dono's back there, but that became a whole nother family for me that really rejuvenated my career. I told those guys when I left them back in 2019 to come Title 10 again, I said, if it wasn't for them and how they made me feel part of the team, I don't know if I would have hung around as long as I did. And they've regretted it ever since. So, but no, just, I appreciate them taking time out of their schedules, and it's nice to see the opportunities presented for them. I know now Mr. Cookus is doing great things out in the civilian sector. Colonel Tolliver is now the full bird colonel up there on working on the air base with the Air Guard. Major Moss is doing his thing, and despite he had to do his tour and recruiting as well. But it's just good to look out amongst this crowd here and see a lot of the peers that I've had the opportunity to work with that have touched my life and my career, and it reminds me a lot of when I first became an R&R NCO in the South Carolina Guard. And you just never really know the difference that you make in the Guard till you go out there on a drill weekend and realize the impact that you've had in the organization. When I looked out, after my first year and being out there 3 and 4 years, and I'd go to a formation and realize the majority of soldiers in that formation were soldiers I put in the Guard. So just, an excellent opportunity to be able to serve and give back. I'm running long, but talk about this last stint here, being able to come back Title 10 in 2019. Sergeant Major Gilligan reached out to me. He said, "Hey, I need you to run this Marine to Guard program. I need you to come back Title 10. He had Sergeant Major Gitchell there on speakerphone, and they're like, "Hey, we just need to know, just say yes." I was like, "What?" Just say yes. They were putting those 79 Tango skills to work. And lo and behold, next thing I knew, I was like, here, we've done a cross org, come up to NGB. I got a chance to sit down with CSM Sampa, talk about the program, and I think in less than 4 months, I was back on board Title 10, leading that program and getting that opportunity. And then while I was up there, Geo Bashard from the family, which was a bit of a challenge, but we toughed it through. Was able to be selected and promoted to Sergeant Major, worked with some other outstanding individuals up there in the division, just to, name a few, Colonel Onala, Master Sergeant Emmerich, Mr. Scott Spencer, Sergeant Hatfield. He's not here today. He's on his way still to Alaska. But there were just some very professional soldiers I had the opportunity to work with and be a part of the HRR team, and are part of the reason why I stand here today. After doing that tour up there, found my way back here to the schoolhouse, and we know things come full circle. So it's just extremely humbling to have had this opportunity and had this effect, because I know this is only a fraction of everything that my career has encompassed. So now, as I retire from my role as Chief Instructor of Strength Maintenance Training Battalion, I'm filled with gratitude for the opportunities I've been given and the support I've received from my fellow soldiers and leaders. To those currently serving at the Strength Maintenance Battalion, know that you are the lifeblood of our organization. Thank you for your unwavering support and camaraderie. Your dedication, determination, and commitment to excellence inspire me every day. And I have no doubt that you will continue to uphold the proud tradition of our military. It has been an honor to serve alongside each and every one of you, and I'm proud to call you my brothers and sisters in arms. And yes, where's he at? Sergeant Dickerson, where are you hiding out? Sergeant Dickerson, leave me a voicemail, send me a text message, and I will always call you back. All right? You guys, he's one of our senior E8s on the ground. He just came back to us. We've got Sergeant Hall about to pin on Master Sergeant. Sergeant Gillum, he's about to leave us. He's about to pin on Master Sergeant. Sergeant Casso, we just an outstanding team there, along with the instructor riders, the sevens, Sergeant Chambers, Sergeant Bays, the support staff there, Sergeant Castillo, it's Mr. Scott's team, new addition, Captain Davis, Sergeant Crandall, just outstanding crew. And again, if there's ever anything you need, just holler. I'm not changing my number. My out-of-office response has my personal email address on it, so you can still reach me. Last but not least, family. I spoke at one of my soldier ceremonies in the past week or two and talked about the importance of family and family being the foundation. Very important, especially in the recruiting retention realm. We saw Mr. Strickland before talk a little bit about knowing when to retire and things like that, and he used to give a speech talking about when we teach the SQI 4 course, and he would talk about laying the foundation, and it's like building a home. And, any R&R NCO worth their weight is because they have a solid foundation at home. Anybody that I've ever seen be successful in this organization is because they had a solid foundation at home. And, for my family, I could have done everything I did without you being there to support me, not having to worry about what's going on at home. When the call came, and I sat with CSM Bowen, and he said, why aren't you taking that position at NGB? And we talked about the struggles. I felt the debt of gratitude to Arkansas. And, but more importantly, leaving the family behind, because at the time, we weren't sure what NGB held. So, my wife and daughter fully supported me. My daughter had ulterior motives because she didn't want to change schools. But they fully supported me, like, Dad, go up there, do your thing, and then we'll follow if it all works out. And they were my rock while I was up there. And everybody knows, having gone through the pandemic, when I was doing my PHA up there, and they did the psychological eval, and they said, how's it going? And I said, well, I'm stuck in a 500 square foot apartment and the walls are closing in on me and my family's back in Arkansas. So, but again, with technology being what it is, my family was supporting me, and we talked on the phone every day, and it was just, they made it easy to do this job. They made it easy when I was with the battalion and we were on the road, whether it was in recruiting or when I was with the CST and we had to go TDY all the time. There was never an issue. There was never, a challenge to what the job was. They understood. They supported it. And, again, to family that can't be here, Mom and Dad couldn't make it, but they did send my support. And it meant a lot to me all the way back to my dad calling down at Paris Island, checking on me, even though I didn't know that he knew I had joined the Marine Corps, was off at training. He knew. He had checked. So, again, words cannot express the depth of my gratitude for your sacrifices and unwavering support throughout my career. Your love and encouragement have sustained me through the toughest times, and I am forever grateful for your unwavering support. So, as I embark on this new chapter of my life, I do so with a sense of pride in that we have accomplished, in what we have accomplished together, and a profound gratitude for the privilege of having served a great nation. Though I may be hanging up my uniform, my commitment to the values of duty, honor, and country will continue to guide me in all that I do. Again, thank you for coming and attending and showing the support, because it really means a lot in this experience. May God bless you, and may God bless the Army National Guard. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant Major. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the benediction by Chaplain Woodard, followed by the Army song and the exit of the official party.
Please join me in prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we express our gratitude for your kindness and your leadership and organization. We're thankful for Sergeant Major Ferrara, for his family, for Stephanie and Bailey, for Sandy, for their support, and for their dedication. We pray that we may move forward with the same dedication as we move forward with gratitude and with determination to carry on what the good examples in our lives have given us, that we may serve and bless those around us. We're again thankful for Sergeant Major Ferrara's service and sacrifice and dedication. We pray for the leaders in our communities and in our nation, and for those deployed throughout the world, that they will look unto you and receive your guidance and direction, and that we can truly trust in you. In the name of the Lord, amen.
March along, sing a song with the army of the free. Count the brave, count the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name. We're the army and proudly proclaim. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. And it's high, high, hey, the army's on its way. Gather off and hey, it's solid strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along.
Sergeant Major Ferrara's family, if you will please join us up front. Guests, this concludes today's ceremony. Please conduct a receiving line starting from my left, your right, and please feel free to meet with Sergeant Major, congratulate him at the front, and enjoy refreshments in the lobby. Thank you.